Customers who don't make money for us are left for later, Thompson. You should know that.
So we're closing this store.
It's been decided. Huh?
Trouble Busters!
Welcome, welcome. Is there a table for two? Yes. Go ahead and take a seat wherever is empty.
Why does this particular waiter seem a bit rude, honey?
They're doing great business tonight. He's probably tired from all the work he's been doing. This fine evening, I was going to a high-class restaurant with my wife for dinner.
Have you decided what you want to order, folks?
I'll take this.
And I think I'll take this head chef's recommendation for the evening over here.
Very good, ma'am. Yes, sir. Coming right up.
It is quite crowded. Yeah, it's pretty crowded. Excuse me, but is the food ready yet? I've been waiting for quite some time now, and... I'm super busy right now, man. Don't come and talk to me about something like that. Damn you.
Mr. Manager?
The hell do you want?
These two customers have been waiting for their food for over 2 hours.
Oh, these folks are fine to wait. Customers who don't make money for us are left for later, Thompson. You should know that.
But...
What's this? Gonna go against me, are you? You know what'll happen if you defy me, right? Right?
Go against you? I wouldn't dare. That's not my intention, sir.
Listen up, Thompson. It's a big deal for filthy creatures like these to come to such a high-class restaurant. Remember that, all right?
Excuse me?
If we serve food to something like this, it'll lower the quality of our restaurant.
If I may, sir, I've been taught that once you enter this restaurant, all customers are equal.
Idiot! Look, even a restaurant has the right to choose its customers based on its standards, see?
I can't believe this was happening whilst I wasn't aware of it.
I was wrong to fail to realize something was amiss, too.
If I may, ma'am, sir, when I took your orders and went to the kitchen to tell the chefs to prepare the food, the manager himself told the head chef that he didn't have to make food for you two.
Excuse me?
I cannot express how sorry I am, but I'm afraid I believe that even if you keep waiting, you probably won't get any food.
Hey, Thompson, what are you loafing about for, eh?
My apologies, Mr. Manager.
Huh? That waiter is the manager of this place? You can hear me, can't you?
Well then, folks...
Hey, the hell do you think you're doing? We need not even give water to those stupid maggots, let alone food.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Natalie?
Yes, honey, this is our cue.
Unforgivable! Troublebusters
initiate!
Initiate! Natalie and I started discussing something that had been a dire issue in our eyes for a while, and we decided to wait until the restaurant closed because going any further right now would be a nuisance to all the other customers. Well then, we went through today without any incidents, and... What the... You pricks are still here, huh? I thought you'd leave if I left you alone, but we're closed now, understand? Leave this place right now! The food we ordered hasn't arrived yet. Eh?
We've only had water this evening.
No. We honestly didn't even intend to serve you any water either. By which you mean? Look, buddy, I'm telling you that no matter how long you wait, you're not getting your damn food.
But we're customers, aren't we?
No, you're not. You guys who don't match the standards of the store aren't customers from our perspective. Are you sure that's your final stance in this, young man? Hell yeah, I am. It's 1,000,000% a yes, of course. So, we're closing this store.
It's been decided.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. I am a large shareholder of this establishment.
And I am the owner of this restaurant.
There ain't no way! Do you always judge customers like this based on their outward appearance and treat them so carelessly if you deem them unworthy to dine at this establishment? No, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Today was, well, I woke up on the wrong side of bed today. I've been feeling a little grumpy. Oh, happen often, does it? No, sir. Just today by happenstance. Come now, sir. You wouldn't believe that one of your own employees would be acting this way every single day.
Then you, of all people, ought to know that our company's motto is that all customers are equal inside these walls, right?
Of course, ma'am.
Right? Then what the hell was that attitude you were displaying earlier?
Well, ma'am, truly, by chance, today was quite a bad day for me personally. If that's the case, why didn't the food come to our table even after waiting for over 2 hours? That's because, oh yes, that's because of her, you see.
Her, you say?
Yes, ma'am, there's a waitress by the name of Thompson, you see, and she forgets things quite frequently. Perhaps she merely forgot to pass on your order to the kitchen. Unfortunate, isn't it? I shall personally see to it that she's reprimanded. That waitress claims she did pass the order on to the kitchen, though.
Indeed she did. And what's more, she was so considerate as to care for us and bring us a pitcher of water.
And that's despite you saying that we maggots don't even deserve to be served water, let alone food, you see? I merely saw that you didn't seem thirsty in the slightest, and I was trying to be considerate so as not to ruin your evening. We were so damn thirsty,
young
buddy!
man.
Really? That's very strange. Well, I am also human after all, and to err is human, truly. I'd gone through so much to reserve this establishment for my and my wife's wedding anniversary, but then we were told contemptuously that people who come by bike aren't welcome. We were refused entry, and I was so goddamn pissed. Until the manager of the store, called Sutherland, resigns, we will never return. What? I went there to celebrate my mother's 60th birthday, and I ordered the cheapest course, and after waiting an hour, a waiter served the food to me while laughing at us contemptuously. I was frustrated and depressed thereafter. The waiter was named Sutherland. I will never forgive him. What's all this, sir? Those were complaints. Complaints? And every single one of them pointed their finger directly at you. There's no way that's possible. So many have been received from all people, great and small, so it must be true. No, sir. None of all that is true. Isn't this one of those, a case of a grudge someone in particular has against me?
So you remember doing something that would make someone begrudge you?
Oh, perish the thought, ma'am. No one is as honest, polite, and straightforward as I, ma'am. I can assure you. No, buddy, no. The more you claim that you are all those things, the more you aren't any of those things. Who was it? Who filed such nonsensical complaints? Customers of this restaurant, obviously. But it's probably someone that you don't consider a customer from the perspective of this restaurant's standards. I assure you, sir, I've never done anything like that. I truly don't remember doing anything like that. Oh, then you're claiming that all our customers who left complaints are lying? That's not what I'm saying, but please, sir, please, ma'am, you have to believe me in this. This instance is truly the first time I've done something like this.
Then what about this? Blog reviews of this place.
Please, I beg you.
About the manager, Sutherland. He has a terrible attitude towards customers.
Please.
A waiter took one look at how we were dressed as soon as we entered the restaurant and told us to leave because we didn't have any money. Sutherland was his name.
Oh, even here Sutherland's receiving backlash, isn't he? And by Sutherland, I believe they're referring to you, my good man. Well, yes, well, what's the meaning of all this, I wonder?
Even after we'd eaten, a waiter by the name of Sutherland said to us, "It's quite expensive, you understand. Can you really pay all that?" and mocked us brutally.
Did you go so far as to say that to a customer? No,
After waiting for 3 hours, I was told that everything was already sold out. I overheard the manager, Sutherland, tell one of the other waitresses to tell me there was nothing left.
You goddamn little... Sir, this is...
There are a ridiculous amount of other bad reviews, young man. Come on now, can you explain what this is all about?
Well now, ma'am, I'm honestly just as clueless as you are. No, we are the ones asking you. Isn't this... Yes, I'm sure. Our store has become so popular that our competitors consider it a nuisance and thus want revenge.
But all the complaints, and I mean all of them, are about you.
Well, ma'am, it's always been rather easy for me to make people jealous of my gifts. Perhaps this is just one case gone pretty far. Then how about we also check out what the people closest to you think about you, huh? What? And by the way, you have quite a powerful reputation within the company. Thank you, sir. It pays well to treat everyone well and lovingly. Take a look at this. Business bulletin for fellow employees. What are your experiences with manager Sutherland? That shithead's drinking my juice box. Ooh, literally kissing him at this point. Reply. Sitting next to him in a meeting is nothing short of a stroke of Satan. Hey, who the frick is making threads about me? How am I so fricking hated in the company, damn it?
What's this? Attitude's too bad even during meetings, braggadocio galore, and work cannot be done with him around.
Gives all the creation of materials to his subordinates, taking naps, has the 7-3 ratio? What's this 7-3 ratio bullshit? What is it? First of all, there's no credibility to any of these claims. I work hard and sincerely for the good of the company every day. But even so, I think it's absolutely scandalous to negatively judge a person like me, who has unknown potential for greatness, just because I was a little bit moody today. I understand. Do you finally believe me, sir?
If that's the case, how about we ask some people right here, right now?
Hey! Excuse me, you there. Yes, you.
Yes, sir? How can I be of service?
Sorry to bother you during your work, but I'd like to ask you something.
Yes, ma'am. What is it?
What is Sutherland like, usually?
Mr. Manager, you mean, sir?
That's right, dear. What's his usual self like in the workplace?
Attitude? I believe he's kind only to customers who seem to have a lot of money.
What's with the only, eh? And you better think carefully before you speak, huh? If you say something unnecessary, who knows what will happen from tomorrow onwards?
I'm sorry.
There's no need to hold back, dear. Since this is a good opportunity, I want you to tell us the truth. But... Oh, don't worry, sweetie. We will personally protect you.
Understood, ma'am. If you insist, then I shall not hold back. First of all, his attitude towards customers not following the dress code is terrible.
I see. What else?
He's always rude to us subordinates, and when he doesn't approve of something in particular or gets angry for whatever small, insignificant reason that doesn't concern anyone, it's normal that he brutally abuses us. Verbally, mind you. What he said was axiomatic one day is against common knowledge the next, and this unpredictability makes the workplace so stressful.
Disgraceful.
That is not how a manager behaves.
Shit.
And additionally... Well, I don't know if I should say this.
Don't worry about it, dear. Just tell us everything you know.
Yes, ma'am. So, actually, I've always been worried about this, but Mr. Sutherland's family, whenever they come, always leave without paying the bill after eating.
What? Hey, enough with the nonsense, Thompson.
I'm not lying, folks. I only say this because I've seen it with my own eyes far too many times.
About that, you just didn't see this, but I always put money in the register after my family left, of course. From my own pocket money, of course.
I know for a fact that's impossible.
It is not impossible. I'm the manager, and I say that I pay for everything. In fact, the daily sales are as shown on the slips without any discrepancies.
I must admit that what he's saying is true, dear. There's no cash surplus or shortage in the store's sales for the past few months. I manage the sales of each store I run every day, so there's no doubt about that.
You see? So it was Thompson's lie after all, right? Am I doing something shady? No, I'm...
Just a moment, I have evidence.
What?
This is...
What's the meaning of this, Sutherland?
It's all fabricated.
Huh?
Thompson, just because I've been acting harshly towards you doesn't fricking mean you can go about creating these fake photos of me doing this shit to plot my downfall.
And what are you on about, sir, at this stage of the argument?
Too bad for you.
Miss Thompson, can you send all of these photographs to my phone?
What? Yes, I don't mind.
Mr. Sutherland?
Yes, ma'am.
If you are truly innocent, the slips that Miss Thompson has just shown us ought to have been sorted and entered as sales in the accounts, right?
What?
From there, let's compare the purchase costs and the food inventory and see how the situation is.
The food inventory?
Miss Thompson, if you would be so kind, could you please bring over the list of the inventory?
Yes, sir, right away.
Hey!
What's wrong? You're not doing anything shady, are you?
That's,
Speak up, son. What is it?
I haven't checked the inventory in a long time, you see.
Haven't checked? By that you mean headquarters have been informed that there's no problem regarding that, you know?
Well, I just remembered. I may have written down the wrong information, or maybe I don't remember doing that.
I'll tell you this. The number of times that excuse could work on us is once and once only, and that's if you're lucky.
By which you mean?
Disgraceful. If the remaining stock in the inventory doesn't match with the sales of the month, that means something's definitely wrong.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't know when to quit, do you? This is a legitimate crime if you're unlucky, young man, so you better prepare yourself.
God damn it! It's because you two maggots came into the restaurant wearing deceiving outfits that this mess has come about, you know?
And here we have the complete 180 technique.
In the first place, this is my kingdom and mine only. As its king, I have the right to do whatever I want with my kingdom.
The king?
It's my right to choose who can dine here and who can't. What's so wrong about segregating customers who dress in dirty clothes?
And here we have a raging maniac abandoning all sense of logic and screaming ridiculous propaganda based on selfish values.
Listen up, peasants. From my perspective, the king's perspective, all subordinates are a kind of servant, so to speak. Treating them fair or ruling over them with an iron fist is my decision to make, and mine only.
If I may, since when has this place become your kingdom, Mr. Sutherland?
Since when I became the manager of this place, isn't that obvious? You're part of my confidant, so you better understand that.
You're confident?
And as for the food, the family in question is the family of the king himself, so obviously they shall eat for free whenever they please. Would the queen, princess, and prince themselves pay for the food made in the king's kingdom? Of course not! And yet you goddamn pieces of shit still create a scene with your stupid sense of delusional logic. I will not forgive you.
That's what I should be saying.
Nothing can be when it's come this far.
And as for you, Thompson!
What?
You better prepare yourself for what's going to happen from now on. You're embarrassing me, the king himself, and you are not going to get away with it.
No, you are not gonna get away with it, Sutherland.
Eh?
It's not going to end with just a punishment now, is it?
What are you saying?
We're going to sue you under charges for the crime of professional embezzlement, and in addition, we're going to demand you damages.
You're the one who ought to prepare himself.
What?
Oh my. Well, that's going to be in the local paper for sure. If it's a crime of professional embezzlement, there's no fine. It's to prison ye shall go straight away.
What?
I sympathize with you, but only a little.
Ain't no way.
Because you said something so cockily once upon a time. You splurged and bought a 3-story house with a 20-year loan, and it's just because you think you're leagues ahead of the rest of us that you bought a luxury car from overseas on loan, go on family trips once a month, wear high-end branded suits and neckties, and even built a pool in your backyard. What are you planning to do with all of that from now on?
Hear ye, folks. I must declare I was wrong. I'm terribly sorry about this whole mess. Please, you can make me a toilet cleaner, a chauffeur, even something as measly as a dog walker at home.
Whose dog are you talking about?
Please don't abandon me. I thought things would continue like this forever, so I didn't even save much money at all. And without really thinking about it, I've now ended up with a family of 12.
Yeesh, man.
I feel truly sorry for you, but it's all your own doing.
Accept this as a recompense for all your past actions and reflect on your wrongdoings for the rest of time.
I'm asking for so much, knelt before you, and you still act so heartless? I'm the king here.
Still feeling like a goddamn king, are ya?
you?
Why should I be cornered like this for just 1 or 2 harmless, meaningless mistakes?
You're a repeat offender.
You're the ones at fault.
Huh?
You came here dressed in such a way that deceived me completely, so it's your fault.
You dare not even reflect on your actions, do you? You still utter bullshit like that?
Of course, you're at fault. You purposely dressed in poor clothes that didn't fit this restaurant's standards and tricked me.
I think you've made enough accusations.
Well, works for us anyhow. We were doing some volunteer work for the community by picking up trash, so it's only natural we wore dirty clothes, right?
And I'm telling you, that fricking tricked me, you bitch! How fricking dare you look and act like a dirty dog on purpose? I swear to God I'll report you to the police myself, so you better prepare yourselves for what's to come.
Huh?
Yeah, in this case, I think he's just volunteering to go to prison at this point, folks.
You won't know until you try, right?
Buddy, where do you get this wackadoodle enthusiasm pointing? Anyway, you are now going to reflect deeply on how you've lived your life.
Yes, I agree. Genuinely think about how the customers felt when you treated them so poorly.
Don't you guys have any compassion for others?
Damn. Anger up in headquarters is creating an inferno. Holy hell.
Miss Thompson, be a dear and call the police, would you?
Gladly, ma'am.
Don't just fricking accept that. I'm really sorry. I truly am. Please withdraw your appeal to the police.
A superficial apology is not needed, good sir. In front of the customers who've been neglected by you so far, this is beyond salvation.
Then how can I get salvation regardless?
Why are you so angry?
The very instant you think you will be forgiven, you don't show any remorse whatsoever anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry for everything. Don't you think this is freaking pitiful? I have a life too, see?
You don't get it, do you?
I don't get what, ma'am?
Listen carefully, eh? Each of the customers you've selected to neglect and mistreat all have their own lives, too. And so does this restaurant.
What are you saying so suddenly?
Some people propose marriage here, some people celebrate some anniversary of their loved ones, and some people have happy or sad experiences here. This isn't just a restaurant. This is a place where memories are born for all kinds of people. All of that is the essence of life for this restaurant and one of its purposes. Understand where I'm going with this?
Well, to be honest, not really. I just kind of get the gist of it, but I would fail if I was tested on this. But who the hell would even understand such a story?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Ain't no way that was an arrow to the soul.
In other words, you trampled on the life essence of this restaurant.
Oh, you're still talking about that, huh?
Miss President? Oh.
Oh, and you're the same, huh? No, anyway, I'm really sorry about everything. I'm asking you to give me another chance. What's so difficult about that? People can start over again as many times as they want in life, right? The starting line is always right in front of you, isn't it?
But that's after you've received your retribution.
I beg you, please, please, I beg you.
You're not sorry from the bottom of your heart, bucko. I hope you really think about how you've acted and spoken in a way that goes against the way of humanity.
No, please. Mrs. President, you'll show me mercy, won't you? Please.
Those who act rudely in a restaurant cry in the restaurant when judgment befalls them. Live your life regretting everything you've done until you can apologize to the restaurant from the bottom of your heart.
No, please, not prison. I don't want that to happen to me. Hey, Melanie, help me, please.
Those who disrespect the restaurant cry in the restaurant when judgment befalls them. I refuse to help you, Sutherland.
No, please.
Later, the head manager of the restaurant, Sutherland, was taken away into custody by the police, who rushed to the scene. Even while he was being taken away, he kept saying, "It's their fault, I'm a victim here." Since he was screaming such brainless Tommy rot, I'm sure there must have been another fuss at the police station. Of course, he was found guilty, lost his job, and reluctantly filed for bankruptcy. The house with a pool was seized immediately, and the whole family was torn apart. Now it seems that he's quietly living on the other side of bars, regretting his actions all day, every day. The restaurant closed as we had declared, and all the staff were introduced to a new store. There, we put Miss Melanie Thompson as head manager of the restaurant, and she is now in charge of administration. Thanks to her amazing customer service skills, the restaurant is fully booked every day. Trouble Busters!